The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate your growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials flat. NASDAQ is up 33. S&Ps are up 9.5. Gold down $14.40, trading at $1,279. We have silver down 7 cents, $18.20. Platinum's down 5, $9.69. Light sweet crude flat. We get light sweet crude numbers coming out this morning.
Wednesday, more action. Gotta love it.
Wednesday, 10:30 in the morning. You gotta love it. That's trading 52.51. The 10-year note down 10 ticks, 126.06. 30-year bond off 21, 154.16. King dollar up 271 ticks, 99.671 after getting sliced and diced yesterday. Euro's at 107 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading at 109 to the U.S. dollar. And let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And folks, if you haven't listened to Kevin's program yet, it's an amazing program, Swim Lessons, every trading day right here. 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you haven't test drove the TD Ameritrade platform, come over to our website. You're going to see the banner in the very top. Hit the banner. Bring up the platform. They'll let you trade with paper money. And we talk about defined risk. You know, the way this market is trading out here today, Kevin, it's really intriguing because you have the NASDAQ, the NDX up 34 points. But inside that NDX 100.
I saw you doing a little homework before we started there, man.
You got, and you talk about defined risk. Intuitive Surgical is up 7.5%. Lamb's up 6.5%, and that's putting the juice into it. But the rest of that underlying is looking a little tough. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
You know, guys, it's kind of the characteristic of earnings season.
Yeah.
Right? And like today, look, they love Morgan Stanley. They hate IBM today.
Yeah.
Right?
IBM.
So that's putting a little damper on the Dow because IBM's in the Dow. So it's going to be kind of a market like that. It's a lot of microeconomic news, individual stocks. So that's what you're getting. If your stock is in the news today, that's a busy trade. If you're not, you're kind of waiting for your day.
A busy trade. I like
Man,
it.
what's going on with Watson, right? I thought they were going to be the AI genius. Can't they figure out can't Watson figure out what's going on with their own stock? Seriously, right?
That's a trip.
You know, it sounds like IBM missed, but it sounds like they didn't miss by much. You know, but that said, boy, the street doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, it has to do with this is the 20th quarter in a row that their revenue has gone down.
Right.
That's pretty intense. Yeah.
And, I've lived through this because I traded GE for 20 years.
Oh.
So I've seen what can happen when a business tries to kind of transition from one business into another.
Yes.
Let's face it, what IBM's really trying to do right now is transition from the business they were in to where they'd like to be.
Definitely.
And that's why they're kind of, they're in that transition phase. So,
Definitely.
So I think that's a lot of it, what you're seeing. So I'm watching very closely IBM. You're right, Tom. What you said at the beginning of this broadcast, risk-defined trades.
Right.
You've got to be risk-defined. You've got to live to trade another day. If you're right or you're wrong, you got to be ready to trade another day.
Seriously. And, so you get IBM folks down 850. Intuitive Surgical folks, this is a psycho stock anyway. It's a personality and a half. It's up $53.
Trading at 800, but yeah.
And then Lam Research, what is happening, folks, is that the chip stocks are getting a bid again. LRCX, you got yourself a good bid here. That's up $8 for $135 stock.
Definitely, big move, big move.
It's funny, though. I think it's a personal insult to Goldman Sachs that Goldman Sachs stock is rallying today because of Morgan Stanley. I think they would take that extremely personal if that were the case.
I agree, man. And I got a feeling that, with Morgan Stanley coming in with that big bond number.
A lot of bond money,
and Goldman couldn't. That says quite a bit, man.
I'll tell you what, that's very intuitive because I thought that was significant. The fact that Goldman didn't make or disappointed in the bonds and Morgan overachieved in the bonds.
Seriously.
I thought that was significant reading into the minutia of the earnings.
Yeah.
The bond revenue that these companies make, man,
Isn't it?
It is amazing.
It is. And folks, it's not like you and I are trading. Their bond revenue, it has to do with it's non-transparent and the spreads are dynamite. That's
right.
So Kevin, you'll appreciate this. I'm having a discussion with you like last week, and I didn't quite understand, how it's not as liquid, or it's not like trading, the S&Ps.
Because we're not talking treasuries either, folks. Okay, it's corporate bonds.
Sure.
That's where it's
Right.
transparent.
And so I'm saying to him, well, that makes a lot more sense. I'm saying to myself, Kevin, man, they must have the most genius traders I've ever seen to be buying and selling with, right? I mean, but yeah, so it's intriguing, man.
It's called making a market you could drive a truck through.
Exactly.
And everyone says, "Oh, don't trade that; it's illiquid." Well, I used to kind of go to the illiquid names
There's
because the
opportunity,
margins
man.
on those were gargantuan. If you could control the risk,
Exactly.
I never shied away from illiquidity
No,
because
I did the same thing.
as long as you can price it, you're all good.
Risk versus reward, right? Just make sure it's in check, and there you go.
Pay me
Right.
for my risk. That's what I want.
Exactly. You're okay taking risk as long as the reward's going to be there
That's
when
right.
you're correct, right?
Right.
Exactly.
One phone you almost got it sold. The other one you haven't bought it yet, but there you go. Here's the buy.
Well,
Okay,
and
buy.
You have a better handle on the market maybe than
Right.
the market has, or at least where the person you're trading with on the other side might have a handle
no
on the
doubt.
market. However it
Well,
works.
it's you know what? I understand my expertise in gauging risk,
Yeah.
right? You can put on that was the life of a market maker. I made a market. You got to pick what you wanted to do.
That's a beautiful thing. And listen, folks, you want that experience? 12 o'clock every day right here. You get it for free. Kevin Hinks, you have a great day, safe day. We look forward to show at 12.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 34. NASDAQ is up 10.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige, of living a primal lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 8. NASDAQ is up 32. S&Ps are up 9. And let's go inside the market. We'll see what's moving that market out here. So
go for it.
If we go inside the Dow Industrials first, what you're going to see, just as we were, of course, just talking with Kevin, the mover downtown is IBM. IBM's putting 64 negative points into it. Trading at 160. You got Procter & Gamble putting 4 negative points. Putting positive points into it is 13 points, United Health. Boeing, 9 points. And if we do look at IBM, if you want to see something there, now, this is, these stocks are making it back to the election. And what you're going to see, IBM.
Yeah, we're basically back there. What's the high of that day?
160, 110.
We're under it.
Right.
Yeah.
And, when you look at this, folks, it's pretty intense. Because what you do have, if I put this on a weekly, what you're also going to see is that you had a huge counter-trend bounce. IBM in 2016 was down to 118, went all the way up to 180. Bottom line, now it's going to try to, get into this, looks like 155, 155, 147.
That's from just prior to the election, kind
October
of
16th. Yeah, so that was
October 21st, or just of 16.
Yeah, so that's quite a run.
Yes, definitely.
Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? Is that the leader out there is Intuitive Surgical. That's up 7%. Lam Research is up 6. AMAT's up 3. Taken away from its Sirius Satellite, Ultrasalon, Netflix. Let me just see what Ultra's doing.
Alta, right?
Alta, yeah. Alta's down 493. Yeah, that's not bad.
They come out with earnings? Let me see if news.
Let's see. Actually,
No, go.
yeah, I just want to hit 525.
Okay, no.
Yeah. No.
Something's driving it, though. There's
Right.
something out there. Go.
Right. Now, let's go into the oil market.
Sure.
So, 10:30.
10:30. So we're looking at oil. We got the EIA inventory numbers coming out. Let's blow this bad boy up.
Okay.
So we're looking at the June contract, and we've gotten some movement. Even this is just from pretty much overnight, from 52.70 up to touching $53, back down almost to 52.70. We're trading right now at 52.89.
Okay. And so what we're looking for, folks, is that we're looking for a volatility trade.
Yeah. So
Either at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock.
So I jumped to 11 o'clock
Yep.
first, 52.75. And we're only 14 cents away. Just real quick, I'll jump to the 12 o'clocks. And it looks like 12 o'clock would be even further away at either $53. Well, no, 53. So yeah, it's slight difference basically. You can either choose 52.75,
Okay.
where you're going to have a little bit bullish bias, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in the money to the positive, or you could choose 53 for 12 o'clock, and then you'd have a little bit of intrinsic value to the negative side. But let's just jump back to 11 a.m. only because we're paying less premium for the news when we're trading the 11 a.m.s.
Right.
So 52.90 is where we're at. We're going to be looking at the 52.75 to the down, 52.75 to the positive. Now again, 52.75 to the positive is the one that's going to have all the value because, and it's not showing up here right now, but this is where we're trading at. We're looking at the June contract.
Yep, 52.90.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to have
27 bucks.
Yeah. So 15 cents of that, since we're at 52.90, is intrinsic value above the floor. And then this one's going to be all premium, which is going to be cheaper, 11. And that's where you can see that basically this one is the $15 plus a pretty similar premium of $11 to $12. So we're looking at $38, give or take 38, maybe 40 cents, call it, with commissions.
Yep.
Away from that 52.75 point. Oof, and with that said, maybe somebody just got a little action on the news. You don't normally see a huge, I mean, look at that. That's
just,
you're talking about a 10-cent drop in the span of, a few seconds. That thing just popped.
That's pretty wild.
There's a seller in there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on June contract, they're saying, and we're looking at June in here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this pressure right now on this thing.
Yeah, there is.
And let me just pull up, make sure it didn't come out early. That's intriguing, though, isn't it? Yeah.
That would be almost unheard of if it came out early.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Let's see.
No, not K. That's May. Okay.
Okay. I'll just let me see if I can get top live, right? Oh no, I know. Hold on. Top live.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I mean, because this is like a government agency release, it's not something that's even like a company release where maybe somebody, and they are just as almost stringent, but in terms of inside information and so forth, they peg it to the second, I'm pretty sure, of when these numbers get released in terms of,
Oh, they do, but they've made mistakes.
Yes,
they've put it on the website.
For sure, I agree. And there was something going on to jump back to see. Yeah, so we're hanging around there right now. And let's just try and get a feel right now. Let's see. I'm always looking for the estimates, we'll get in here because, of course, it's really not what the number comes in at. It's what the number was expected to come in at versus what it is.
Okay.
So API numbers are here. So
that was last night at 4:30. Yeah. Okay.
So they had a drop of 840,000 barrels last week.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll jump back so they don't have it, but that's a nice feed we have for the 10 minutes as the numbers come out. 40 cents is, now what to keep in mind too, 40 cents is decent premium when you say, okay, 40 cents isn't dramatic, but you're only dealing with $1.50.
Right.
So your profit is somewhat capped. Now you can always close out one side of the trade, maybe, and then get the other side as well.
That's right. So
but you want to keep in mind that
you're dealing with 52.35 and 53.
53.15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be your break evens kind of from that 52.75.
And you're at 52. Yeah, that's pretty dicey.
It's a little dicey. It is, especially when
that's a big movement. Now, this is unusual, folks. This is a big movement either way right now because of where we are right now.
Well, what do you mean by that, a big movement either way? Because to put things in perspective, so let's just recalibrate because this has moved a little bit. So we're still looking at $36, but a little bit less, only because we're coming back to that $52.75. $52.75 is where it's going to be the cheapest because we're paying for no intrinsic value.
Right.
But to put things in perspective, this is a little bit bullish. We still only need $13 to the upside, which is only 13 cents practically to the upside of movement right now to break even.
Okay.
Because we have that premium still priced in.
It's already in, right. I got it.
And we have the value, but if you're talking about to the downside, then you need 50 cents of movement to the downside because you have to go 10 cents before you reach your point. Then you need to go the 40 cents before you get your break even.
Right.
That's where you really want to download the demo account, get familiar with those types of analysis because that way you at least know how the trade's going to work, and then you can make the decision depending on your bias.
Right. It's going to be wild watching this thing shake out. I'm going to let that one pass.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see where this shakes out. Let me pull. I won't use that one to pull it up.
Okay.
Because we want to watch that top live.
You can pull that right over.
I'll put this right on top of it. So let's see. If we go into the XLE, I'm just curious what these babies are doing. So the XLE hasn't got any traction yet. That came down yesterday with volume. That's saying that wants lower price. The USO, which is the ETF structure, that's saying it wants lower price too. Oh, this is going to be cool. Okay, we'll see where it goes.
3 minutes, and we'll be back with those numbers.
Yeah, it looks like wants to go lower. 877-927-6648. Dow right now is down 2. Nasdaq's up 33. S&P's are up 9.5. We're going to be right back.
They're expecting to drop 1.4 million barrels, too.
Okay, cool.
We'll see when we come back. Perfect.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we just went from, 52.82 to 52.92.
Yeah. It's digesting the information, right? We're going to pull it up. So it looks like we had crude inventories fell 1 million barrels. There was an estimate about 1.4 million barrels that was going to be declined. Gas inventories rose 1.4. And just sliding down, because these were some good estimate numbers here. Let's see, where were they? A little bit further. Yeah, so Bloomberg users feeling much sure. They were expecting a fall of 1.4. compared to the API's 840. And gasoline, Bloomberg users see a slight draw of 212,000, and I believe that gasoline number was a full million.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Gasoline inventories rose a million. So those are big numbers. And here's crude, and here are all the estimates as well. Gasoline, you had a rise of 1.5 versus an estimate of maybe a decline of 2 million barrels.
Wow.
Yeah, distillates, you had a decline of 2 million versus estimate of a decline of 1 million. Refinery utilization, plus 1.9 versus plus 0.2. But the top line number is decline of million barrels versus decline of 1.4. And let's just see how the market's digesting it. Not a huge miss either way, no matter what you're looking at. But woof, market doesn't agree with that statement, though, does it?
And look where we are, 52.76. Wow.
Max Payne, right?
Yeah. And when I went to 53 too, but 52.76.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to that live again? Because I want to show you something here, folks. This, when we're just going through this. This is intriguing. I'm going to bruise this down. What they were showing is that the amount of here it is right here. Here it is. So back on crude, on U.S. crude production, Bloomberg Intelligence notes that the U.S. E&P companies increased hedging by almost 50%.
Energy or something.
By almost 50% for 2017 as oil prices rose, helping them raise capital and increase drilling. Permian-focused Pioneer has 85% of the 2017 volume hedged. So what happens here, folks, is that and it's really smart to do. I mean, if I was in the oil business, I'd do the same thing.
You taking $53 oil for a while?
Exactly.
I would. No, I agree.
Exactly.
Right.
But what that also does is put a cap on the price of oil. You know, so there's a.
Can you explain that? Why that would cap the price of oil? I know that caps their price of oil.
Because what's happening is that you're selling forward so much into the marketplace, right?
Okay.
That
it creates selling, right? That makes sense.
It creates a price,
Sure.
right? So what had happened in the gold market when they start doing that, right? It actually destroyed the gold market because on a continual basis, they kept hedging and kept selling their gold, and as they kept selling it, of course, you keep forward selling. You need some more money, you forward sell it. You know, so, but I think that's the cool thing is just understanding how that works.
Definitely,
you know
definitely.
What I mean?
And when you talk about individual companies, it's really important.
It is, because then they know they're in business.
Well, yeah, and just understanding, that you're not prone to the price of oil if you're buying one of those companies.
Right.
So, you might be thinking that if you're in some huge oil stock and oil goes up to $60 and you say to yourself, what's going on with my stock?
Why isn't it going further?
Meanwhile, you're just an uninformed investor. You gotta know what you're doing for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
For sure.
So
yeah, we'll see, but that was a nice pass, and paying 40 cents for something with bouncing around that level, not a huge miss. And we always look at this side of the trade. You can always be the other side of that trade as well whenever you're looking for no volatility. You can be the person taking the other side. Now, of course, you're not...
We're just not looking at that.
So they changed slightly. Maybe for natural gas, we'll look at the other side of trading against volatility.
Right. Ooh, that's interesting.
Now, what happens there, though, is that the spread is going to work against you. So you're not going to get the 42.
Right.
You might get the 32 or something, because maybe there's a 5-cent spread on each side.
That's right.
But still, you could collect 30 cents, and then basically you would have your max profit is 30 cents, basically, on either side of 52.75.
Right.
But something to be aware of as you... depending what you think is going to be happening with the market.
No.
Let me jump. I'll jump to that just so we keep that up there. Maybe jump back. There we go.
And if we go back to that market there, let's take a look. So you got the Dow is still getting under pressure. It's down 20. NASDAQ is up 35. The NASDAQ you really want to keep your eye on, folks, because when we brought up that NDX 100, the NQs are only up 34 points when free equities are putting monster.
Sure.
So that means that there's 100 equities. Let's see if I can bring this up this way just to see where they are. They probably do the same thing. Yeah, let's see.
It doesn't load the same. We've tried this before.
Okay.
See, we'll have to dig into this because it's unfortunate. I like that. Now it goes alphabetical.
There it is. Hold on, I just changed it. I did something to change it, but they're all positive. Oh my God, they all look positive.
No. It's going from top to bottom. The most added.
Okay.
Then, you see, they're all positive towards the top. Just so. I see what you're saying.
There's not that many negative.
Yeah.
So. It's just that there's not that many that are really moving. But intuitive surgical. It's
all intuitive surgical, basically.
56 points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool too. I didn't see that.
That's
what. Yeah. Intuitive surgical is putting 56 into it.
What's the NDX? Let's be sure that we know what we're looking at here before we. Because what's the NDX up right now?
It is up. Let's see. I'll use this one.
Sure.
$33 points.
Yeah, we're looking at different numbers then. Just to put things in perspective, that's 63, that's 70. We're talking about 80, 90, and there's no negatives. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll digest this, but that's not adding. That might be the Dow number, actually. I don't know. You might have clicked because intuitive surgical
NDX.
And those top ones are not adding 65 points to the index 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So movers. I go like that. I think all I did that. Yeah, interesting.
I don't know what that was, but
yeah, I just went on the
clicked, scrolled.
I just scrolled. That's all I did.
Scroll the click wheel.
Yeah,
and then it just sends those magic numbers onto the screen.
It does. Let's go over to that gold contract. And,
boy, yeah.
Well, it's going to be so. Gold. This gold contract on a continual basis.
Maybe we'll just have to start looking at some volatility trades on gold.
Well, hey, listen. Okay, this is serious business, folks. Okay, yesterday, Tommy, when I was on the air, I was talking about, and John Logan and I were talking about this too a couple days ago, that, we're prejudiced into this, folks, okay? Meaning that you should understand what technical trading is versus fundamental. And yesterday, I'm explaining that, gold contract to me is an ABC structure on the way up.
Sure.
But you definitely better understand technical, and the reason being is that when I was on the air, it came across on the Bloomberg, right, that the carrier force that was supposedly going to Korea, right, was never going to Korea.
Yeah.
Okay? So it was like, I was looking at that saying, oh my God, like, because...
No, as you're saying, I heard the same report. I'm sure most people did.
What happens, folks, is that the mantra when you hear that, if you're only a fundamental trader, it's going to be, I'm going to buy gold, I'm going to buy gold, are you going to buy... So there's a lot of decisions that were made, understanding a fundamental aspect.
Sure.
It's like, okay, it's like, and that's why, actually, when Trump came out and said he wanted a weak dollar, that actually scared me more than, because of the fact that,
and hopefully, the dollar is one thing. Rhetoric around war should not be a meaningless rhetoric. So hopefully that gets changed when we're talking about nuclear war.
Well, I'm sure it's going to, because there's going to be questions.
I'm not sure, man. You're sure you're sure?
You stay right there. We'll come right back.
Does the current market volatility continue to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling us out here. And
So just taking a look, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's gold. Gold's getting a little bit of action. These are 5-minute bars.
Yep.
So 10:30, maybe that's playing off some kind of oil. I don't know. You know, it could be a lot of things, but 5-minute bars. We were just trading as low as $12.79. We're already $3.40 since 10:30 off that low, and then jumping back to oil. Hanging pretty much right where we were, 52.75. So that would be a tough trade for sure. You know, if you were trading that volatility. You have till 11 o'clock, still 18 minutes. As we know, anything can happen coming off those news. But realistically, there wasn't a huge miss in those numbers, which is what you would want to see making those types of trades.
And you know what we got to start talking about now, folks, is this, and I just realized that. So now this didn't happen last night, but because we have numbers coming out.
Okay, what? Just earnings you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
What EVTS?
Oh,
earnings.
I was like,
calendar.
what equity is that?
Oh, right. Earnings calendar.
Earnings releases?
Yeah. Yeah. Where is it?
5 down.
Right.
There you go. Maybe.
Yeah. So there we go. So what's cool here is that at 4 o'clock. Now this only happens when you get a couple of these big NDX stocks coming out.
So sure, just go. Yeah, I'm not. You can keep. I'm just going. So it looks like these are in the past.
Yep.
You know, and then we have
going,
the future. That's it. I mean, they're literally minute by minute. And this is everything.
And then if you keep going, it'll have there he goes, after market.
Fantastic.
So what you're looking for is big movers inside the NDX 100 that you think could move the NDX so that you can do a volatility trade. Qualcomm's one of them. Qualcomm's one of them for sure. That has a large weighting structure inside the NDX.
BMI, no. AXP, American Express, eBay.
But you know what that does? The American Express for sure has a big weighting inside the Dow futures.
Okay.
Now last night that would have been a decent trade because IBM got hit immediately.
Okay.
That would have been a good trade for a volatility trade inside the Dow futures.
Tomorrow before market already. Is it going here?
Look at those numbers. There's look at how many.
Yeah, this is going to have every single equity, and I bet we can group this. Let's see. No, okay. I bet you can drill this down. You know, in terms of tell me Dow, tell me. We'll play with this because this will be good coming into. But then I'm jumping down to 420 after market. Let's see if we have tomorrow after market maybe. Anything jumping out? I'm looking. Yeah, Walmart maybe. That could
Walmart would go in the Dow. That'd be a Dow for sure.
And you know, on that Natix platform, they have Dow 30 indices.
Oh yeah.
You got Visa 405.
Yep. And that's you got to make sure that it comes out before 4:15 also, folks.
Sure,
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know. So
cool.
We'll play with that.
Definitely.
You know, because what does happen, it's always earnings seasons is a good number. And
that's because you like trade volatility.
I do. There's no doubt.
Definitely no. I do too.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And these moves have been big, man.
Yes.
Intuitive Surgical is just to the moon, Lam Research to the moon, and good old IBM is to hell in a handbag.
How about bonds? Because we're getting a little bit of pullback, which is shocking.
Yep.
No.
Pullback. So if we look at the 30-year, let's pull up the 30-year first. That's down 20 ticks, but it was up a full 2 points yesterday. Look at see.
I know.
Folks, this is sick.
During our program, it was up over at least a point even in the morning.
Now watch this. Yesterday, you go up with 300,000 contracts. We're back with 110,000 right now. So they'll end up doing, they can do a good 150, 175,000 on the pullback.
Probably not 300, though, that's for sure.
But that's still saying, guess what? Higher prices still coming at you. The 10-year, we take a look at the 10-year out here. 10-year is back with 640,000. I think this did 1.8 million yesterday. 1.4 million.
Okay.
So that'll probably do about I could do 1.1,
that'll be closer.
1.2 million.
That's half of its volume from yesterday versus 30 years. It's about a third of its volume.
Right. Yeah. But you still haven't got to the lows even of yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then, so 2 points
up, 1 point down.
Yeah.
Right? No,
and,
for sure.
You got you're at 2.21 on the 10-year.
Yes.
And listen, if we go, I want to go over to the FTSE for a second.
Sure.
The FTSE, folks, got destroyed yesterday, and very quickly. And this is a one-world market. We're not going to.
You keep saying that, but when you talk about the Brexit, because that's an isolated movement that has to do with them announcing a special election that hinges on power and Brexit. Just that's my interpretation of it.
No,
I agree it's a one world market,
but
when you pull up the FTSE when they announced a special election yesterday, that's an independent event that just affected that. In my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
But guess what? The FTSE is just like the Dow Industrials, the stocks that are in it, and what has happened is that if I put one over the other, you're going to see that they move together. Yeah, in fact, I can do it right now. So I do the FTSE, and then I'm going to compare this to the Dow Industrials, and we're going to update it. You're going to see that it's the same type of stock. That's what it is. They're large industrial stocks.
Sure.
And that they basically are worldwide stocks.
I mean, the other way to look at it, though, is that we're basically at where we were in the FTSE, and the Dow is much, much higher.
Yeah. Oh, that's for sure. Because it gave it back so quick.
Yeah.
That's my point. You know what I mean? It gave it back in 6.5 hours to January 1st.
Sure. No, yesterday was a big move, yeah.
So, we'll see, how this basically shakes out.
And it'll be interesting, you can always have surprises in elections. That's one thing we've learned. So Theresa May is confident. That's why
That's why they're doing it,
But guess what? June is a long way away in terms of sentiment.
June 8th,
we see that in the France elections coming up Sunday. I was reading an article this morning talking about how they're actually maybe struggling to get a good poll because the 4 candidates are so close. When you have 4 candidates so close, it's becoming a little bit difficult to peg accurately
who's going to be the 2.
The 4 versus the 2, right? So.
Because what will happen, folks, is that the 2 top candidates in France on Sunday.
Yes.
Then they go to a runoff in May.
Yes, correct.
Right.
It's about 2 weeks, I think, after Sunday that they'll have a runoff.
Right.
And that could have implications, so we'll see.
Well, I guess the biggest implication, what Andy's been saying, is that in the market in general, is if Le Pen gets in there, they're worrying about the euro,
yes, because if France leaves the European Union, that could start the crumbling of the European Union. I mean, they're an integral part of it. And if they pull out along with England, that could see a cascade. And that's a very real...
Funny money.
Yeah, and that's if you see those types of walls, and I say walls for financial transactions being built up, that will hurt business because
it will.
Passing money across borders is essential to companies profiting.
It is.
It's that simple. Anybody can understand that.
Yeah. It is. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Let's jump back to oil and see where we're shaking out. Yeah, so we got a little bit of movement down to 52.60. And again, this is where perspective's everything. It looks like, oh man, look at that movement. Maybe we missed out.
Yeah.
Even 52.60, pegging the bottom was only 15 cents below. Even the spike higher was only 25 cents above.
Not enough.
Not enough.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is down 42. It just took a sink. NASDAQ is up 31. S&Ps are up 5.5. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, well, of course, coming up next, our man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next.
That's right.
He is also going to have an outstanding workshop tomorrow night, live subscriber webinar, 6 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can be in it. Come over to our website, test drive his newsletter for a month.
That's right. You get in there, pay nothing, right?
Yep.
Attend the workshop, get his newsletter for 30 days, tomorrow night, 6 till 7. If you can't go live, it will be archived. And Basil does, along with everybody, but just great workshops, man. 90 minutes, he'll be in there taking questions in one of those interactive chat rooms.
Riding the wave.
That's right. And he's going to be breaking down what stocks should participate in the next phase of the mega bull markets. Next part of this mega bull markets phase, when the correction's completed, looking at market rotates through each sector, many aspects of the market, what could trigger the next big rally, what sectors could benefit, and the most important, how he breaks down everything.
Right.
Where are the charts based on his Chapman Wave? So check it out. If you've never signed up for a free trial, no better time ahead of when somebody's doing a subscriber event. You get 30 days, charge nothing, sign up for the Basil's opening call, get the workshop.
Nice.
And then you get 30 days to figure out whether you want to stay on, get all that good education, completely paying nothing. Not bad.
And market-wise, we'll see how this whole thing's going to shake out today.
And one more final plug for John Logan. I'm sure I know the Denners have been watching him in the morning, but so at 8:45, get tuned in. I think it's 8:48 to the minute he goes live. He does 9 minutes on the market every morning before 9 o'clock. He's live 5 days a week, breaking down where everything's going.
Right.
And it's not just it is kind of a market recap like you're doing at 10.
Yeah.
But because he's got 9 minutes, he's got a little bit more time, so he can take calls. He hasn't taken any calls yet.
Okay.
So if you're sitting there getting ready for the market at 8:30, you're saying, man, I would love to know, where those TAS market profiles are setting up. Give him a call. Get in the queue, 8:45. Get ready to talk to him.
Nice.
And it's great because, that's what John wanted, just action-packed, quick, 10 minutes, break down everything, take some calls, quick analysis. It's a nice segment. It is.
And, remember, folks, if you haven't test drive us on your cell phone, try it. You're going to love it. And when you do that, when you go to TFNN.com, just go to the right-hand side. You see at the very top, it says mobile. Just hit that because it comes up immediately.
You got it, man.
And
Totally.
you're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. And it doesn't matter where you are. I mean, the bottom line, it comes in good,
it's
man.
The beauty of the internet, man.
It's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing when you think about it.
Rocking and rolling.
You know.
That IBM's interesting. You know, I mean, we talked about it because it's really cool thinking about AI, artificial intelligence. You know, and Facebook has their big F8 conference going on right now, and I heard some aspects where Zuckerberg was talking about augmented reality is going to be huge. We had heard that, and between augmented reality and AI, we're still in a technology boom, man. Everyone knows that. But you see the commercials now already for taxes, right? They had Watson teaming up with HR Block, I think it was, on all of their ads saying Watson's going to break it down. You can see how that's something where a computer should be able to look at a tax return and probably analyze that in this day and age pretty quickly, maybe better than an accountant can, for very simple analysis, and man, it's pretty powerful when you think about that, for sure, in terms of the power and effect. But guess what? Apple's in a transition period, as our man Kevin Hinks said. IBM's in a transition period because they haven't harnessed that yet.
No, and it's been a long transition period.
No, and it's like, you know, in terms of just really, they got all that great marketing with that. I was watching all those H&R Block commercials, and I was like, wow, maybe they're really starting to capitalize on this Watson deal. Maybe they're going to be making all of these deals with corporations, you know, trying to get Watson to be used. Not yet, that's for sure.
Not as much as their old hardware and software.
And they're asking them then what's happening with 8 o'clock. We're going to be making our final schedule changes coming out soon, but either way, John Logan's in that 8:45 slot going forward 5 days a week, so check him out.
9 before 9.
And Nico, tomorrow morning still, 7 a.m. We'll see what's going on, but tomorrow morning.
Stay right there, folks. Basil's coming right up. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.